We are
We're
live.
live.
Hello,
Well,
everybody.
welcome everybody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome. How you doing? Dan
Another
Tillerman,
episode
howdy
of
from Texas.
The ranchers joined us. Hello, sir.
How goes it?
Going good. How about
Sure.
yourself?
Oh, hang
Rosa,
on.
how you doing, Rosa? Good to see you. Nice to
Yeah.
see you all there in the chat.
Welcome to another episode of Sunday with the Punters.
Yes, indeed.
Dan Tillerman, what's up, man? Howdy from Texas. Always good to see you, my friend. Junior Johnson, what's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Welcome, everybody. Rancher.
Yeah, always good to see everyone.
Yep.
I'll keep spamming out the link here a little bit and see who makes it in.
So, it's been a busy week for everyone, has it, then?
It has. It has.
Loving that mustache you've got there, Zippo. The Movember
you.
mustache. Yeah, don't
That's
forget,
it.
everyone, you can sponsor Flipping Zippo at Movember.com and just look up Flipping Zippo and sponsor him for his efforts. Yeah, he's raising money for charity. Brilliant.
I'll try. I'll dig up the link here, and if possible, should be able to. Not right away. I'll get on it in a little bit here.
Hi, Maynard Joseph. Welcome. Good to see you. How you doing, Clive?
Oh, hanging in there. How about yourself, Thomas?
Yeah, not so bad. Just enjoying a lazy Sunday.
Likewise. Also recovering from
Lots of streams last night.
yes.
Yep.
Indeed. Indeed. What's up, Urban? Good to see you, man.
Only
Urban
one,
country, howdy.
only one of which was awful.
Which was best, the Rebel Wilson stream or the stream afterwards?
Mother ruined my evening stream.
Neville Grimshaw, good to see you. ABC, what's up, Assad? Orange Hand, good to see you, my friend. All right, Thomas, you want to?
I'm just digging up the Movember thing here.
No worries, no worries. You want to? You want to start us off, Thomas?
Yeah, sure.
And unfortunately, we're going to be without the services of NS something today. He's got some family commitments. Yes. The Watchmaster, the Watch Guru, NS something. So hopefully he'll be back with us next week.
I understand my family's tried to have me committed a couple of times.
Okay. Thomas, would you like to go ahead and put you on the big screen?
Ooh.
You going to make him big?
Mm-hmm.
Fluff him.
Make me big. So, I've got another watch from Ingersoll here. This is the Ingersoll Howard watch. And it's comes on with a deployant clasp, as you can see. It's a quartz watch. It's a nice starter watch or present for someone on a budget price. It's £120 in the UK, and it's got I've seen it for $80 US actually, which is a very good deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 40 millimeters, 13 millimeters thick, 50 watts resistant, and it's using a quartz. I think it's a Miyota movement. I'm not sure. I think so.
But it is quartz.
Yeah, it's quartz. You can see it's got these silver leaf hands, which are on the silver dial. It's I would have maybe preferred them to put black hands or something, because it can be a bit unreadable at times.
You know what they're missing, Thomas?
What's that? Contrast.
There you go. There you go.
Contrast.
That's the one, Clive. Yeah, but it's a lovely little watch. It's got a sub-second dial at the bottom, as you can see. I'll put it on the wrist quickly.
Very good. Mark P., welcome, my friend. Glad you're here.
Neville, how was my head? Not great.
You're entitled,
Thanks,
man.
Rob.
It's your birthday, buddy. It was your birthday.
Yeah, so wearing as a 40 millimeters, this is quite a nice size on the wrist. It's and as I say, it's a lovely entry level sort of watch for someone, a gateway watch to the hobby, or as a dress watch, or just a nice little entry level, nice little budget dress watch you want to get into. But as I say, it's a quartz watch, so nothing automatic or that we're getting into. But it's got a nice coined bezel on it. And quite
How wide
nice
is
way
that
it looks
strap?
out. It's 20 millimeters.
Oh, okay.
You can see it's got this deployment buckle on it, which fits really nicely when you get it sized. But
I really need a quartz watch. I've decided I need something.
yeah, I've got a few now, and I find that I wear them quite often. Really nice grab and go, just to quickly pick up, and they're always running easily, and you can just quickly pick them up and slap them on. Don't have to bother setting the time or anything, or the dates, or the days, or the. But it's a really nice smart dress watch, that I think. And we got the Mac Daddy. How you doing?
Hi everyone, nice to be here. How are we all?
You recover from yesterday, there, my friend?
It wasn't even a walk in the park. It was a bicycle ride through the park compared to what we normally do. It was so easy. I can't tell you. It was a lot of fun. Always a joy. It's always a blast.
You did a fantastic job as always.
Really, I don't need compliments. Not necessary. It's all a part of the fun. That's what makes these shows.
I got to see what the hell this is.
This was a suggestion. I think Megan at one point mentioned putting golden arches on a Rolex after we discussed the Domino's Air King.
Yes, the Domino's Air King.
And I thought, you know what? Nothing says Mac Daddy than a Milgauss with French fry styled hand. Everything's faded.
This is brilliant. I love it.
This could be my new favorite watch.
You know, yellow gold, just to complete it, the golden arches. This is like really subtle though. I should have gone a bit more excess, maybe put a Big Mac on it somewhere. But this is what the manager would be wearing if the store did very well, if the branch did well.
More like the owner.
The owner.
Yeah, I think the CEO, the CEO, the area manager, I think. Maybe.
Yeah. It just didn't
not
look...
the manager not the manager of the store, but the area manager, I think.
Yeah.
This puts the Domino's Air King to shame.
It does, this. Yeah. The Stellar dial. I mean, that's the latest thing. Everyone wants one, right? So it all just works.
And has it got writing above below the Rolex above it?
No, it just says McDonald's with the golden arches there. It's nothing special. It took about a week to develop. It was a long process. The design process took ages, but so successful. Rolex is on the phone now, and they want to bring this out in the future. So let's see what happens.
I love it.
Love it.
Mac Daddy. I thought it would be a chuckle from
No. What you mean to say is da 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 da. I'm loving it.
That's
I was wondering about that.
Thank you.
That should have been that should have been a line of text somewhere on it too. Hey, this is the first phase. This can be improved. This will be improved.
I think you're onto something there, my friend.
Needs to be on the rehaul, maybe around the rehaul.
That is perfect. You know what? I'm going to open up a tab and I'm actually going to start working on it right now. I'm loving it on the rehort. That is not on the rehort, on the bezel engraved like a Bulgari. I'm going to do it right now.
Now, quick question. Would you, if you weren't wearing it all the time, would you put it on a winder or just store it under a warming lamp?
Exactly.
And does it come with a toy? Does it come with a toy as well?
This is the toy. Look at it. Just look at it.
It's the ultimate Happy Meal.
Yeah. So yeah, enough about me. How is everyone doing? How's your Sunday?
We're good. Well, it's always better when we're all together. And
yeah.
talking some watches.
I'll just join you on my computer. I'll be a second, guys.
Nice.
Please.
Make a KFC Patek. Yes, let's do it. Urban, thank you for that. I'll definitely. That'll be for next week's. Sure. I mean, I love it. I love these spoof designs. Got a few more. I've done a few more in the past, but this one's subtle enough that it's not too in your face. It's just the right amount of kitsch.
Very nice, very nice. Hey, Clam, good to see you. Say hi to Lucian for us.
Cedar Canoe, welcome.
Hey, Cedar Canoe.
So is NS something unavailable again?
Yeah, he's has some family stuff to do, so he won't be here. So unfortunately, folks, that you've got me as a poor replacement for him.
It's always a joy.
So
it's always fun.
We'll muddle our ways through it. We'll just wait till Thomas hops back on here. Underachieving Watch Collector, good to see you, man.
We've got ABC in.
Welcome, ABC.
What's going on? What's going on, boys?
Hello, how are you?
Yes.
Thomas, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back, guys. Thanks.
Okay.
I thought, let me actually join a watch channel this week where you're not talking about cars or perving over someone's sister.
We can.
Oh my god, that was so freaking awkward.
Poor Lewis. I thought, oh my god. Anyhow, but yeah,
COVID, Archie drooling over his sister. Wasn't good.
Yeah.
You know, I heard one of the best remarks, one of the best comments of the evening, and that's all I needed was Beaver and Cleaver. I was done after that.
Yeah.
That was absolutely brilliant. I don't know if James is going to join us, but that was the best comment that I saw. It was, I lost it. And this was like 2 a.m. here. I completely fell off my chair laughing.
I was kind of in bed and I just heard, all you guys laughing at that. And Beaver Cleaver was some show from the 60s or 70s?
Yeah.
Was it
50s.
Really a show?
Leave It to Beaver or something.
Leave It to Beaver, yep.
Wow.
Yeah. And their last name was Cleaver. So that's where the pun comes from.
Absolutely amazing.
All right. So Thomas is here. So why don't we kick off the news?
Yeah.
And the first item I put in the private chat, Flippin'.
You may give you a call so you'll have that Action 5 news sound going when you're talking about the news.
That would be hilarious.
So the biggest news this week was look at those handsome fellas there. Was the GPHG. The awards were given out today. If you slide down there is the list of the winners for the Grand Prix de Horologie de Genève.
It's fun to go to the GPHG.
Right.
So we're at the Grand Prix prize, the Piaget Altiplano Ultimate Concept.
Right. If
I'm glad that one got it.
Want to do Flippin', if you click on the thing that says link there, it should take you to the watch.
The profile. Okay. Yeah.
Altiplano thin
for the first one.
That's a 2 millimeter thick one, isn't it?
Such
correct.
amazing watches.
Okay, so I'll have to jump around the share screen thing. This might get a little bit.
How many IPAs are we having today? That's the question.
8.
In the lobby, I could hear you snoring in the background. Don't worry about it. No one needs to know.
So, like Thomas said, this is a 2
millimeters.
2 millimeter thick watch.
Jeez.
Wow. It's 41 millimeters wide, and believe it or not, has a 20 meters of water resistance, which I'm shocked that there's even any kind of water resistance on this thing.
Yeah, that's all just you. Might as well. Why not? Put the numbers on.
10,000 Swiss francs. It's amazing for an amazing feat of engineering.
Check the third image.
Thomas, that's 410,000.
Oh, really? 410,000.
Yes.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. That's incredible.
So Piaget, as we know, is one of the world-renowned names when it comes to making thin movements. And the Altiplano thin was the original that really set the standard. And now the ultimate concept, whatever they're calling it, is just the next step in. And it's fantastic.
It's wafer thin, isn't it? Look at that.
It is
unreal.
wafer thin.
It really is.
As thin as the leather.
Yeah.
The leather's thicker than the watch.
Yeah, it looks a bit thicker.
And Tim Mosso chose it as his watch of the year, I think, didn't he, on Watchbox?
Did he?
Wasn't the orifice, was it?
Okay, well, this is a question I have for Bill Sanders, though, and it's an interesting one. Now, do you think if you're in a field where you literally see every watch known to mankind, something just has to be way the hell out there to even describe your attention?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why he's wearing that Devon Tread watch, because that thing is like, having a lawn tractor on your on
is
your
that what
wrist.
that thing is? I saw it the other day, like that typewriting looking thing.
It's all belts with numbers on it and gears. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, but
it's not for everyone.
But it, like Clyde said, he sees every high level watch, and I think it takes something really wild to grab his attention.
I want to throw it out there and say that I think this Altiplano is cheating because the dial it's skeletonized. It's a skeletonized watch, but it's the movement is integrated into the dial itself. Mm-hmm. When you think ultra thin, you think dial and movement underneath. So this, in a way, is kind of cheating the system. It's still fantastic.
It's still a feat of engineering, though, isn't it?
So working harder is cheating?
Yes.
So you think they're buying subscribers too, or what? I mean, help me out here.
Yeah, I've just when we've seen lots of them. It'd be great to actually just look at the Piaget Altiplano thin. Some amazing pieces they've come up over the years.
Yeah, it's just amazing that this new 2mm watch is the same thickness as their iconic 9P caliber movement that they unveiled in 1957 at Beazle World.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Beazle World, hey, back in the day.
Back in the day.
I mean, those long lost years. What is Basel World? I can't even remember. So old now. So out of date.
It's long gone and forgotten now.
News, yeah.
It is.
I'm really hoping they're going to start up Basel World. It's the yearly convention for Faulty Towers fans.
How about Brisbane World?
Yeah.
No thanks.
I think I wouldn't go to that one.
Well, Sovereign will be there. He's a good laugh.
Yeah, but we'll be eating Vietnamese spring rolls and beef and reefs.
Noodles. Slurping noodles.
Too many noodles will be slurped.
So what's the metal? Is that white gold or platinum or?
I would imagine platinum. Surely. It's one of the most hardcore.
Cobalt alloy.
Oh, cobalt alloy. Wow.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
It's a bit different.
So, but the sapphire crystal is down to a mere 0.2 millimeters.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. So there's 5 patents, and the wheels are as thin as 0.12 millimeters. It's crazy.
I have to
This
ask,
is kind of
who's the person?
right?
Yeah, pretty much. Who's the person to assemble this damn thing? That's what I want to know.
Wow.
Can you imagine? I mean, it's just a cut above.
Someone with a lot of patience.
Yeah, a master watchmaker, I'm sure.
Surgeon.
Yeah.
You couldn't wear this in real life.
No.
Like,
I think you could, but
Yeah, you could. I
But
mean,
the
you're not
trouble-
even going to know that it's on your wrist. It's so freaking thin.
yeah, but I mean, if you like tighten your strap too tight, you could see
Break
like
the
you
thing.
just-
Yeah, I mean, these watches aren't made to be worn. Realistically, they're there.
True.
It's all competitive. It's like the tourbillons and all the crazy complications. They're just there for show. Same way that brands try to put the craziest complications. Piaget has always been known for the thinnest movements. And
Yeah.
So you think a bit of desk diving will wreck it?
just a little, yeah. No, not
I
even
would
death.
think so.
Just scratching your nose would wreck it. I would say.
Well,
Anything.
2 meters water resistance. Have you guys ever like breathed on a pair of glasses to fog them up and wiped them off with a microfiber towel?
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to do that with this watch.
No,
Yeah, well,
just sweating with it on your wrist would cause it to break.
There's a watch that we're going to get to after we go through the list here. That's the first one up in the news section that has less water resistance than this. So, but did anybody else want to go through any of these other prize winners? There was a Parmigiani Fleurier.
Eight, 9 watches there, aren't there?
Got a Moses Streamliner, which is always fun to talk about.
Got the Moser Streamliner, and even the old Black Bay 58 even won an award.
I don't get that.
So
Grubel 4C, handmade one.
You guys pick one. It doesn't matter to me.
The MBNF is pretty great. The Endeavor.
Okay.
No, anything that goes. I'm just here to listen, really.
let's see what I'm looking for here.
I thought you liked to watch.
Watch and listen.
Right, so that in Arabic says delicate. I don't know what it says in the red on top.
Delicate perpetual calendar. Is that what that means?
I can't see what the red bit says. I'm trying to zoom in.
Yeah, that doesn't help a whole hell of a lot.
No.
That is a fine looking watch.
Yeah.
This looks like it's made for the Arabic market.
Gee, you think?
I think you're onto something, Thomas.
Those are the 3 o'clock dial of the months of the year.
The left is probably the day. Or the date, sorry.
That's the date, and that's a lunar calendar. On the
top is 24 hour.
This one's a mere 80,000 Swiss francs, guys. So
God.
44.6 millimeters and 14.1 millimeters thick.
Polished platinum.
Polished platinum.
Clive, you love your Parmigianis.
Right. I happen to like eggplant Parmigiani, but
they're nice. They're nice watches. I think. They do some nice watches. I really like the Calpa that Clive's got. It's a lovely.
yes,
watch.
it's got a lovely
one.
watch.
It's a rectangular watch.
It's a square shape, yeah. I haven't looked at it enough.
Which one does Bill have, Clyde?
He has another Calpa, but it's an automatic.
Can you
Yours is the manual wine, 8-day power reserve.
There.
Can you take us back to the list, Zippo? What are the watches are on it?
Pardon me?
Can you take us back to the list and see what other watches are on it?
Sure thing.
We can look at the Breitling.
Yeah, we could look at the Breitling.
Sorry, this is just me kind of flipping around.
There's actually 2 Breitlings. There's a Breitling Super Ocean 48 Boutique Edition, which won the divers category, and the Petite Aiguille, the Breitling Super Ocean Heritage 57 Limited Edition.
Who decides on? I mean, what is the deliberating factors? What do they decide on with these pieces? Is just what they feel like on the day, or is it just unanimous decision? Really,
how much money they're getting under the table?
How did this win? For what award did this win?
Yeah, how did it win?
This one.
That's the rainbow. That's the one Mark has.
Yeah, we saw this in one of our previous.
And
streams.
this rocketed up in value.
Well, it depends. Now, there's 2. The first one had like 500 pieces. The other one had like 1,000 or something. And I think the only difference was like the one was blue dial and the other one was black dial.
I mean, what is with that strap? Seriously, really? What's the deal? What is
yeah,
what's the case?
I would. I'm not.
What did it win for the Dive Watch Award?
This one won the
Petite
Aiguille Award.
Whatever that means.
Yeah, I think it's the watch for between under 8,000 and over $4,000.
It's a small Aiguille, man. Come on.
Okay.
Now, are these indices? Are they just painted, enameled?
No, they actually.
Applied. Yeah.
It's Luminova too. I've had a few people actually offering them to me to say if I could want to sell them off to friends, and they're not exactly hot items yet. Who knows?
So I
what's gonna
believe
happen
this
to them.
watch came out. It was limited edition. It was, I think, 2,000 pieces, or maybe even less than that. 500 pieces, and it was under $6,000, and they're selling now for 20.
Wow.
ID guy,
Whoa.
people are trying to sell these to you.
Yeah, they're basically saying that they're for sale. If you know anyone who's interested, and I kind of say,
Well, why are they
I'll
asking
tell you.
you? Why are they asking you? You think it's the British accent, maybe, or?
No, these guys are all based in the UK too. I don't know what the reason is. They just have stock come in and out.
It says something about the watch, though, doesn't it? That there's obviously a lot of them about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that nobody's buying them to keep them; they're just buying them to flip them. Which,
Or
Sadly.
not buying them.
1,000 pieces. Sorry, 1,000 pieces.
Yeah, so that's the second variant. The first one had even fewer, like half for.
Was it 250?
Could
I
be.
seem to remember 250.
Could be. Yeah, this is the second version of this. I like the one that Mark got on the bracelet. I like the one he has. This they're also going to donate.
It's all for the COVID.
500,000, yes, Swiss francs.
That's probably why it won the award in the end.
Yeah.
that's.
Oh,
Does it say rare and attractive somewhere in the description?
That's only if it's an auction ID guy.
Okay.
Rare and attractive.
truthfully, I see that watch and it's like, oh, that's the virus they're going to. That's weird.
This one is 43.50 Swiss francs.
Any others you wanted to look at, Zippo?
Pardon me?
Thomas is not too keen.
No,
Clearly.
I'm not too keen. We can skip it. I'm sure there's a better watch to look at. than that
You want to
one.
look at the Streamliner flyback chronograph?
Absolutely.
Or we can look at the MBNF collaboration. That was an amazing piece with Moser. It's probably, I think it's like third from the top.
Okay, well,
Now, guy,
first.
now, a guy from over here in the flyover states is selling like his Blue Moser Pioneer for like a really good price.
Jump on it. I mean, look at that. That is just nuts.
It's beautiful,
Yeah,
no doubt.
That is the thing, isn't it? It's really beautiful.
And
And
that
this
whole
is the-
crystal is domed. It's just
Domed crystal, yeah. I mean, the
look how
domed
tall
crystal.
that dial sits. It's crazy.
So this is the collaboration between Moser and MBNF.
Very interesting because you can just see that the two DNAs mixed in so well.
Mhm.
You have the Fume dial, Moser inspired case, but also very MBNF in the way they do the doming.
42
Crystal.
millimeters. It's 19.5 millimeters thick with that domed crystal. 30 meters water resistant.
And the cylindrical tourbillon as well.
Correct.
You
Amazing.
need some fish swimming around in there, and then you've got a good deal. It's awesome.
And it's a mere 79,000 Swiss francs, guys.
It's just a scratch, just a flesh wound.
But it's beautiful. And you got the beautiful blue Fume dial. Ice blue Fume.
They also have the gorgeous red version. There's lots. There's also a green one, I think.
Barry Blue saying he fell out of love with his Blue Dial Moser Pioneer, which was sad.
Really?
Yeah.
There's something kind of Jacob and Co-esque about this watch, don't you think?
Oh,
No.
that gives me the
it's
creeps.
just the way the glass domes.
Yeah,
This is so unproducer Michael like.
I'm
totally
afraid
disagree.
this is an elegant variant. The dome crystal is very MBNF. That's what they're pretty well known for.
Right. Right.
Yeah, if this was what's the brand called? Jacob and Co. I think we would have much more just crap on the dial in general, just
There'd
everywhere.
be bling and plants growing out of it. And,
Well, Moser's done that before. Moser has done that before, so I guess it's good.
So this is there are versions that can be in funky blue, cosmic green, burgundy, off-white, or this ice blue that's in the picture.
Sorry, I can hear background noise. What's this about virgins?
Version.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Watch Lounge, how you doing, man?
Hi,
Chris, what's up, man? Good to see you.
Did you guys check out that Octo that Chris has been flashing around lately?
It's a lovely watch, isn't it?
It
that
is.
Bulgari?
It really
Yeah,
is.
Really nice watch.
You want to look at the Streamliner?
Sure thing.
Yes,
Absolutely.
Anything and everything. Yeah, this is just cool. Spoke about it last week. I think it was a
Yeah,
feature.
Great watch.
Yeah, the awards have been good. I just don't know how the criteria works. I don't know if they explain it very deeply or if it's just what everyone says goes eventually.
Mm.
But this one deserves some attention.
Agreed. It's 42.3 millimeters, 14.2 millimeters thick. It's 120 meters water resistant.
You can take it diving.
Again, 100 pieces. So these watches are long gone.
And apparently, you can use this chronograph underwater, so they say, don't they?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Water. Look at that movement, though. I mean, wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful watch. I know.
It's just nice. It gets the avant-garde award for me. It's just one of those pieces that stands out compared to everything else we see usually.
And that bracelet looks like nothing else.
Yeah. Be very nice to try it. Never experienced it.
But a beautiful watch.
Organic, Rohit says, yeah, I agree. Design's very organic. Does run through. I mean, look at how the case, the flanks of the case and how that blends with the bracelet. Very interesting, those cutaways. Yeah, dig it. We've spoken enough about this watch over the last, since the beginning of this year, I think we've been speaking about it.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely a groundbreaking watch, especially for Moser.
Yeah,
okay, well, sorry. We let's go to a watch he hasn't spoken a lot about. Pull up the Tudor.
Oh, my favorite, my love, mi amor.
Yeah, this is the watch that.
It's not blue, is it?
Of course, it's blue.
Blue.
Of
course it's blue.
You telling me the Navy? Oh, okay. What did it win the award for? The best entry level. Whatever.
It's the Challenge Award, which I have no idea.
The Challenge Award.
Yeah.
You mean to say that the least original design
could possibly be.
No, it's the Challenger Award, where they want to send it up to space and blow it to 1,000.
That's good. I love that.
Well, this is the watch that won ID Guy's heart.
It's a lot of fun. It's a good watch.
Spurned the Explorer in lieu of this.
Yeah, it's a good watch. But I mean, still got it here. I'm going to be sending it off to James this week. I think I've finished all the photography and it's all done. Showcase watches, I should say. And
just did a video about the earlier version this morning.
It's cool. I've the parabola has died off now though. It's kind of just meh. It's cool. It's okay. Does its job.
How long did you have it for, ID Guy?
I think 2-3 weeks, not even 3 weeks, and it's kind of lost its edge already. You know, it's that new watch feeling, and then it just
the
I'm
honeymoon's
still
over.
loving my Zenith. I'm still loving my El Primero.
Nice. That's a
It's
very
been, I think
cool
that's
watch.
been about 2 weeks.
The one thing I dig about this piece is they've just nailed proportions. Of the three, I did a review of the Seamaster, the Explorer, and this, and the proportions of this top notch. I think
is the Seamaster really big, ID Guy?
It's a bit bigger. Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than this. The lug length, and it's not as organic in form. It's a bit more rigid. I must say the size on the wrist, it's very appropriate what they've done here. But it's just out of all the three, it's just the least inspired. It's so
you like them bigger and more rigid.
I sure do, Clive. Bigger and more rigid. Got it.
All right.
That's cool. It's okay.
Anybody else want to pick one of the watches, or should we move on?
Where's the list?
Yeah, I think we can
What do you
move
reckon,
on.
Thomas?
Mechanical
We'll move on?
exception.
I don't know.
I mean, Orange Hand says the challenge equals most hype for least innovation. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, it feels like they've just, the people behind it, they really sat down and considered everything well, and they addressed everything that the general community wants, but the end result is something that's just not inspired at all. There's no...
I think the worst offender is the Iconic Award.
The Iconic, is that really a thing?
Yeah.
And what was the Bulgari aluminium chronograph?
It's like the Homo Age Award. I'm sorry, Homage Award.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't looked at all of these.
Some beauties up there. I mean, like the Grubel Forcing, the Vutelena.
Overseas Perpetual. Oh my goodness. Calendar Award. The Vacheron Overseas Perpetual. That's a beautiful machine.
The Iconic Award, that you would figure that would be something that GV would be spruiking, because he's always, it's iconic.
Does he say
there's
that
only
often?
one winner, and that's the Squale 1521. Come on.
Oh, yes.
Let ABC handle the TGV impersonation.
Yeah.
There we go.
He
Go
knows.
It's
for it.
iconic.
There you go.
It's iconic. Chuffed to bits.
Oy.
Bulgari.
Ooh.
How did this? How? What?
Yeah.
How
How
did
did this
what?
win?
Oh.
Somebody on the panel's being bribed, I think.
You think?
I mean, no, I don't get it. I don't understand why this.
Mm.
We spoke about the aluminium about a week or two ago.
I love it. I was hoping one of you Brits would say, and I know you're South African, but I love it. I love it. I love it. How you guys say aluminium.
Aluminium.
Read it. Read how it says it on the see LU. Yeah.
It's aluminum.
Mini
Aluminum.
There is an extra I there. You see, aluminium.
Neum.
That's the question I want to actually ask. Are there a different weight? Since there's less I for yours, does it mean that your side aluminum is lighter than aluminium?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this
Okay,
one
this watch
is it's only 4,000 Swiss francs, so that's a little over $4,000 US. Not bad.
Oh,
40
did it win the
millimeters.
iconic award. What does it have to do with
How's
iconic?
it- exactly. How's it won an award? It's not iconic at all, is it?
Maybe it's more the Iconio Award.
Yeah, I'd rather have a look at that Vacheron.
Iconed you. I think that's right. Yeah.
The
Crafted
Vacheron
in
Perpetual.
aluminum and rubber, it redefines what a luxury object and a sport watch can be.
It's so 80s, though. It's so.
Gotta love the engraving on the bezel. It just completes it. No, absolutely.
Yeah, you
stunning.
might as well have like a flashing neon sign that's screaming Bulgari.
It's good to know. I mean, you're reminded about it everywhere you look, on the strap, on the dial, the bezel. It's just there, unless you forget.
People piss and moan about the Blancpain being on the
side of the
inscribed
case.
on the side of the case of the 50 fathoms. This is 20 times worse.
It has nothing on this. This is just a work of art.
I think, though, that's a diving watch, right?
It is.
Well, it should have the owner's name inscribed on the dial, because that way, when they use it, when they rely on it and drown, they'll know who
to blame.
Well, again, you know what? Rolex is also
good.
guilty of that with the Yachtmeister too. And
Yeah.
that thing is
True.
screaming advertisement on the bezel on that as well.
Yeah.
No. The Yachtmaster 2 fulfills a function.
Very important purpose.
No matter how pissed you get, you'll always know what watch you're wearing.
Exactly.
And you know, when you're timing your regatta, because I know so many of us out here are in sailing regattas, and we need that
15
countdown
minutes.
timer.
Those
Yes,
15 minutes are very important.
Mm-hmm.
God, that's such a ridiculous complication. The next one, though, that Vacheron, I'd love to see that Perpetual, because that is just a beautiful machine.
We could do that.
Overseas Perpetual thin. Overseas Perpetual thin. That is just. I think it's mentioned about legibility. I would imagine it's probably a bit.
Yeah,
heavy.
I'm not a huge skeleton guy, but this watch is pretty freaking cool.
Wow.
It's just ballistic. Yeah. I didn't realize it was skeleton, but ultra thin. I mean, that's pretty
Ultra
amazing.
thin.
I mean,
I would like to see it. I'd like to see it in silver.
I've seen the actual overseas perpetual calendar, and that's a real watch. That's fascinating. But this is an ultra thin skeletonized. Wow.
8.1 millimeters thin at 41.5 millimeters across.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I love it. It's like a contemporary pocket watch. You know, it feels like something that you would wear today that harkens back to old school aesthetics back then.
127,000 Swiss francs.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, but as any 8-year-old sitting outside the principal's office will tell you, just because you can do something doesn't necessarily mean you should.
So that's a very knowledgeable 8-year-old, Clive.
This is in pink gold and comes
right for me.
either on a pink gold bracelet or a leather strap, or even it comes on along with a rubber. So you get all three.
Love to see it in platinum.
And it's Geneva seal movement and case. hours, minutes, day, date, month, year, moon phase, and it is a perpetual calendar.
Nice. The P word. We love the P word.
We do.
Maybe if they had dolled up all the calendar dials, that would.
I don't know. I think, I mean, most of the times the problem that I have with skeleton watches is that they're really hard to read.
Yeah.
But this, at least, I mean, I haven't seen it in the flesh, and I'm assuming if I got close enough, I could actually read this one.
It's only
read the registers.
Yeah, there's this divide where you don't want to. They want to make sure that the skeleton is also in the forefront. So in order to do that, they have to back off on the subdials to give it that blend. So it's kind of seamless. It's not Richard Mille level of clutter. But it's legible enough to read the subdials if you really need to. It's definitely not the most legible of all, but interesting.
No, wait. No, did you say you love to hear the P word?
The P word, yeah. That should be good.
No. I just want to make sure you make sure that you said word at the end of it. So I'm going to mute.
It's the wrong show, Clive, for live streaming.
Or Clive streaming.
Reminds me of C3PO. That's so funny, Orange Hand. It's very good. It does.
Oh yeah.
It does. It looks bloody.
It does sort of, kind of.
That's so funny.
More like AC3PO'd.
No, because I imagine C3PO can spell.
Yeah.
He didn't go to Oxley State. All right, so we'll move on from the GPHG, and we thank them for their awards and
Black Bay 58.
That good stuff, and ending the whole thing on a Black Bay 58.
I don't get it. Anyway,
so we go on to the next one. Flipping is the another Archie favorite, the Patek.
Oh, awesome! This is a cool looking watch. Gotta say,
this is the Patek Philippe 6301P Grande Sonnerie.
Well,
wait, someone say P.
Yes, Clive. That's your command.
But P as in platinum. Now this is
vaguely metallic. Does that help or?
Well, believe it or not, I mean this watch is. It's a chiming watch. It has 3 gongs as opposed to 2. It's not a minute repeater, but it will strike the
bang a gong.
It will strike the time when you set it off. It will bang a gong. And actually, I mean, I if you guys get a chance, go to the Patek site and you can see a bunch of really cool videos on this watch. Terry Stern was saying that platinum is one of the hardest metals to do a chiming watch and make a chiming watch with.
Small detail, by the way. Rohit asks, another ladies' size Patek. I believe this is 43 millimeters in size.
Yes,
44 almost.
Yeah, this is not a girl-size Patek like the Punters.
This is a proper beast.
Right. This is 44.8 millimeters.
Oh,
so
44.
it's almost
Got
45.
So cool.
And it's 12 millimeters high with platinum. Now, this one, guys, as I was saying before, this one is only moisture and dust resistant, not water resistant.
Wow.
So you can't even wash your hands with this.
You can't even sweat with the thing on.
Yep.
No.
And it beats at a really funky rate at 3.5 hertz, which is 25,200 beats per hour.
That's pretty fast, actually.
Yeah.
Considering the watch.
Mm-hmm. It's got a power reserve of 72 hours and 24 hours for the strike work.
I mean, they could probably double. I mean, if they slowed the beat rate and it looks like a double barrel, they could probably bump it up to like 80, maybe even 100 hours. Wouldn't that be cool? 100-hour power reserve.
It's a black enamel dial, and in the construction video that they show the person making the dial, making the enamel by hand, spreading it out, and then baking it. You know, there's a 50% failure rate on enamel dials, on the Grand Faux enamel. So,
Is
It really is gorgeous.
Yeah,
like, I'm not a Patek person. I wouldn't wear a dress watch like this, but this kind of piece, yeah, I would totally wear this. I love the balance.
I'm not a Patek person either, but this is now, I think, one of my favorite watches. It's strikingly stunning, and it's only a mere 1.15 million. Swiss francs.
Yeah, my man Russell is on the list for one of these at the moment.
Now, the person that does the dials, is it male or female?
The person who was doing the dial was a female.
Steady hands.
1.15 million.
1.15 million Swiss francs.
It's not that much, Thomas. Let's be honest.
Well, listen, the JLC
so they
Giro Tourbillon Grand Westminster chime. That's 800,000. So that's a bargain compared to this.
Jeez, I would totally get that first, given the option.
So would I.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is a beautiful watch. You really can't deny it. It's got the dual power reserve, one for the one for the timekeeping, one for the chimes. It's elegant, it's beautiful, and it's just truly. I mean, they show one of the videos. They actually have the watchmaker putting it together, and it's fascinating stuff.
It's very interesting. I mean, it's so streamlined. That's what I dig the most. The push, where those pushes are underneath. Fascinating.
Would I say a quick welcome, Geezer? Welcome, Geezer.
Geezer, what's up, pal? Sorry if I'm not saying hello to everybody in the chat there. I'm just bouncing back between screens here.
Don't worry. You're not the only one.
All right. The next...
It's almost like they left, things out of it, like put a gasket in it.
Yeah. Not water resistant, dust resistant. I mean, that is just like, what kind of failure point? What are you setting here? What's the thinking? Dust resistant.
Don't even get a drop of sweat on it.
Not even a flake of skin from your wrist is allowed inside it.
But it is a beautiful watch.
It is. It is. You really can't deny it that it's.
So if you're really rich and you live inside of an Apple store, this is the watch for you.
Correct.
Oh.
Not if you live in Brisbane.
One criticism, I reckon the movement and the sonnery lines that they've used, those power reserves, is a bit too heavy.
Okay.
If they had decided to follow the same rail track that they have running around the subdial, it would probably look a little bit more,
more refined. Yeah, a little bit more subtle.
And what's it doing saying email at the bottom of the dial?
That's enamel. That's enamel in French.
Enamel. I thought it said email.
Yeah, no, that is how you say it in French. In French.
Email.
You say email in French. That means enamel. Don't worry, I've questioned that a few times too, on a live show reviewing enamel dials and getting fisted by the audience. So I learned the hard way. 5370p.
Okay. So we will now move on. That was that one. Then the next one flipping is the Zen R500 chronograph.
Now,
we were talking about Lotus quickly.
I love this one. This looks great. This really looks nice, this one.
Is it inspired by a Caterham or a Lotus?
Good looking watch. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of Zen. I appreciate them, but this is a good looking watch.
Don't mess with the bull.
It's a bullhead, so it has horns.
Yeah, don't mess with the bull.
It does.
Yeah, I love this bullhead. I'm a big fan of bullheads, and I really like this one.
Yeah, but it works for more than a couple hours a day, right?
Yes.
It actually full time.
It actually puts some effort in. It's modeled on a funky chronograph, Sim produced in the 1970s. The R500 is a bullhead chronograph with the twin pushers positioned like horns at 1
You're
o'clock
kidding.
and 11 o'clock.
Did they actually put that in the description?
They did.
Hey, how cool is that? That's proper homage there, right there.
Mm-hmm.
But the great thing is about
isn't it?
the great thing is about bullheads is that left-handers and right-hand watch wearers can wear them both and not be worried about having to push on either side. It's
and if you're actually using a tachometer and timing a lap, which is what these watches were designed for, it's supposedly easier for, like Thomas said, either a left-handed or a right-handed person to operate the chronograph while driving.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I'm not so much of a fan of the crown being at the same position where the pushers are. I like it when the crown is on the opposite side. I'm sure some would agree. I think there's mention about Omega having there's some awesome bullheads too.
This
interesting
is
design and direction.
Titanium case rated to 200 meters water resistant. What else? So it's the like it's 42 millimeters wide, 16 millimeters high. If you notice, guys, there's no lugs. The strap is bolted in. It's screwed into the case directly.
Right.
So no lugs.
That's a nice look, actually. I think it's quite a nice, unique look. It's
Tonneau shaped, has no lugs, with the strap secured to the case with screws. This helps it fit better because its effective size is reduced.
Yeah, it gives the watch definition. It gives it real sort of
presence. It's more of a tool watch. Feels more like a stopwatch.
Priced a little over $4,000 US. Feels expensive for something powered by the robust but inexpensive ETA Valjoux 7750. This is just a small run of 300 watches. So,
limited edition, boys. Here we go. Investment potential. Buy them while you can. My God.
I don't know. It's not a limited edition. I think this is just a limited run, and we'll see whether, because I mean, bullheads are never going to sell out. Sell like hotcakes because it's just not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah, 70s aesthetics are definitely on the fence for a lot of people.
Exactly.
Are there any other cases that are sloped like that?
Yeah. Bullheads are well known for the angle slope. It's just to make it a bit. You don't have to turn your wrist as much when you're in the car. You can see it easier. Right. It's nice. It's interesting aesthetic.
Yeah, it's kind of like a school desk, the way it's slanted. It's interesting. So,
so the school desk. Well, you know where I'm going to go with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So we'll leave the Zin, and we will move on to the Grand Seiko.
Go forth and Zin no more.
Exactly. So we're going on to the Grand Seiko, and they introduced the Masterpiece Collection, the Kintaro Hattori 160th Anniversary Edition watch. The SBG Z005.
Don't you love how they just roll off the tongue?
Yeah, the only thing worse or as bad as Omega reference numbers are Seiko and Grand Seiko reference numbers.
Oh wow, look at that.
Yeah.
So this is I'm guessing this is a recreation of their original, like the first Grand Seiko they ever made back in the day. This looks so true to the first model that they made.
The Grand Seiko Masterpiece Collection Kintaro Hattori, who was the founder of Seiko. 165th Anniversary Limited Edition is a remake of the reference 3180 of 1960, the first Grand Seiko.
I cannot believe I just pulled that right out of thin air, but
enhanced with a patterned dial and an exceptionally finished 9R02 spring drive movement.
Mm.
It just looks like another Grand Seiko. I mean, that's the problem,
Correct.
right?
And the problem with
Yeah.
Grand Seikos is that they all look the same.
Sadly.
Not all
to
of
me.
them. Not all of them.
Not all of them, but a lot of them do.
The dials
is-
are very different, but the cases are quite similar, aren't they? With Grand
Correct.
Seiko.
Yeah.
Case.
Correct. Now, this watch is 37.5 millimeters with it's 9.6 millimeters high. It is in platinum, 30 meters water resistant. Guess how much it is, guys?
$45,000.
Not even close.
Holy
Ooh, ouch.
Yeah,
$103,000.
Wow.
No, thanks.
Been really. That's just like.
What is Japanese for fuck me?
Well, look, find out on Google Translate and play it on Archie's show tonight.
I mean,
You've gotta
you've
got to be really committed to Grand Seiko fan to.
You have
want
to
get
be
one of
a
these.
true psychopath to
psychopath. I mean, right?
psychopath, right? To go with this. I mean, it's beautiful, but
Giza's comment sums it up.
Fuku.
Okay, the only larger mistake that a Japanese person can make is marrying Archie Luxury.
Fumi.
it's limited only to 50 pieces, guys. So you better hurry up and go grab yours. when
Limited
you can,
edition,
while you
boys.
can. Yes.
God.
And the movement does look like a Credo. I mean, that's something that came to
Yes,
mind.
yeah, well,
I
it's-
mentioned a second
yeah.
ago.
I think they say that the movement is the
derived
same one that's used in the H2.
Correct. The Aichi 2, yes. And it's highly decorated, but it's just ridiculously expensive if you ask me.
Yeah.
But
It's not exciting. I don't think we use that kind of word. It's not rare, and it's attractive, but it's not rare. It's not exciting.
Not that thrilling, isn't it?
100 grand. It just looks like a Seiko.
103,000. Yep.
Oof.
I
Indeed.
still think their biggest detriment is having Seiko on the dial.
You're not the only one that believes that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we will leave the Grand Seiko and we will move on to where are we now? The MBNF.
The frog.
The frog.
Wait.
Well, this is going to be good.
Just look at those MBNF movements. Yeah.
I'm just I'm eating in the background. Sorry, guys. I'll mute myself so I don't hear anything. But if you don't hear me for a moment, that's why.
No worries.
I mean, look at that. That's
Interesting.
It is, and it looks like frog's eyes.
It does. If you turn it upside down, it's got a frog with a smile on it, hasn't it? It's just like a
That is so funny.
yeah.
That's cool.
Frog-eyed brilliance.
HM3 Frog X, designed for MBNF by watchmaker extraordinaire Jean-Marc Viderec. The legendary watchmaker uses a Gerard Perregaux base on which to work his magic.
They are laying it on thick.
They are indeed. It is unmistakable thanks to its upside-down construction, showcasing the oversized and rapidly spinning winding rotor. In addition to that, we have the revolving hour and minute domes. These elements are integral to the watch's signature look, forming the frog's eyes.
Everyone's getting on the Kermit hype train.
I love it. It's great. I think it's great.
It needs a little furry patch about 6 o'clock. What? I'm not the only person thinking that. Come on.
Nope, you're not.
So no, this doesn't have the. This one is 128,000 euro.
Oy.
But an interesting looking watch.
Clive, did you say soul patch at the 6 o'clock?
No, furry patch.
Okay.
That is just so bizarre.
Yeah, there's 3 different limited editions of 10 pieces each that are available.
Now,
question.
They need to put a furry patch at 6 o'clock. Instead of having a crown, have a little indentation that you have to wind with a key.
The question, though, can you go diving with this?
Of course not.
Very important to know.
What's
the water is this? It's supposed to be, it's amphibious, right?
I don't see it here.
Well, if it's not if it can't take in water, it's not a frog. It's a fucking toad.
Exactly.
Do they make the strap out of toad hide?
It's all about being inspired by nature, taking from nature, literally.
It's different, man. You got to admit that it's different.
I don't see much of a frog. I mean, I get it, but I see the big arrows at the top to point out the hours and the minutes, and it looks like cat's eyes, with those vertical slits. I don't know so much.
Yeah, they definitely could have made it more nipple-like.
Yeah. It's okay. It's definitely not for everyone.
No, for sure.
Sapphire case, by the looks of things.
The sapphire case, correct.
That's cool.
But with the winding crown of the Frog X houses an Easter egg for the eagle-eyed wearer. When viewed in just the right light level and at just the right angle, it reflects the brand's hidden signature motif, the MB&F battle axe.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it appears to be an attractive watch.
No.
Okay.
Okay, that's an interesting little bit of trivia.
So let's see, where are we up to now? We did the frog. We're now up to the Bucherer, the Carl Bucherer. The Monero flyback.
Oh my goodness. Someone's going on an adventure.
Sounds like someone's on the subway.
Someone's on the highway.
Sorry, the furnace just kicked in. It's chilly here today.
No
quite a
worries.
nice watch. I quite like that
It
one.
does.
Yeah.
It does. And the bracelet looks really nice as well.
Looks lovely, yeah.
This is a Bicompax chronograph. I really like the look of the piston style pushers. That's always a favorite of mine.
Yeah. Definitely.
Did you say piston, Clive?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
It's powered by the caliber CFB 1970, which is produced with Le Jeu Perret. So it's an extensively modified Valjoux base that incorporates a flyback function.
Not bad.
Yeah. It also replaces the cam lever with a column wheel, which you can see.
Gotta love it. Gotta love a good column wheel.
Yep. Automatic movement, pleasantly decorated, runs at 4 hertz, and provides a 42 hours of power reserve. This is only 5,900 euro, so that's not terrible.
And they'll probably be like 40% off in the grey market. So
Correct.
keep your eyes open.
This isn't a brand I know a whole hell of a lot about, and
No.
I do seem to like the design and layout and everything. I just if it's an ETA-based movement, it's pretty steep on the price. I don't know.
I look at it and think micro brand. This feels more like a micro brand
Yeah,
aesthetic.
I do too. You're right, ID.
How long
it looks
have
like
these guys been around?
It's 43 millimeter wide and 14.45 millimeters high. Stainless steel.
I think it wins the Tudor Award. We talk about the inspired.
Either comes with a black dial, a blue-gray dial, or a silver dial. And it's a 9-link stainless steel bracelet, which I think is one of the most attractive pieces of this watch.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right. And
you can go diving with us, 30 meters. Very important to know.
And then the last one is the Vario trench watch, which launched on Veterans Day, or as you guys across the pond say, Remembrance Day.
Yeah, the 11th of November. This one released, wasn't it?
This one is really piqued my curiosity because it is, although it's larger than what the watches were at the time. It's still not a big watch at all. It's only 37 millimeters.
That's awesome.
They've really nailed the look. I mean, it looks like a trench watch from World War One. It's got the wired lugs.
Appropriate strap.
Mm-hmm. Now, most of the it comes with. You can get it with a bund strap, but you can wear it without the piece underneath. There's also a leather NATO strap that you can get for it. Now, most of the trench watches back then had the crowns at 3 o'clock. There were a few that had them at 4. They put this at 4. Edge. Yeah. So this is running a.
That's an original.
A Mayota 8250 82 S5, 21 joule movement at 21.6, which is 3 hertz, 42-hour power reserve. You got the small seconds at 6.
I have to ask you a question, Clive. Why does this watch work?
Why does this watch work?
You know the word.
Because it has
contrast.
Thank you. It's 100 meters water resistant, which is something that the watches back then certainly weren't. So
yeah.
I just think it's a very good-looking homage.
They didn't have to. Those trenches were like 10 meters deep at the very most.
True.
It's got an enamel-like finish to the dial with 6 variants. It's got oversized Arabic numerals with a C3 Superluminova, and there's 3 versions with a faux radium color. It's got this crazy horse leather buns pads, like Blue Shirt says. Which,
crazy horse.
Crazy horse leather, they say, which has the 18mm single pass NATO style in multiple colors with steel pin buckles. And the Kickstarter campaign started on the 11th, like Blue Shirt said, and the deliveries are starting in February 2021.
And it's only $250 if you catch it on the Kickstarter.
That's impressive.
It's not a bad deal.
50% discount. It's normally $340 when it goes into full production. So it's going to be a great idea to get on the Kickstarter campaign. I think it's a great watch. Both me and Blue Shirt love this. We love this watch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always big on military homage watches, and I think they really nailed it with this one.
Same here, except for the homage part.
This watch would actually this piece would be better without the Vario on the dial, actually, because we know lots of pocket watches back then didn't have brand manufacturers on them.
Correct.
Sorry, I should call them wristlets, not pocket watches. See, like that, for example, an original.
On the case back, you get a wartime engraving, or you can have a blank case back on request, and they've got a signed crown on the screw down crown.
And it's an onion crown, which I like a lot.
The curved wire lugs just look great, I think.
I kind of wish the watch also had the officer's front where you could actually close it, because that's very true to form. I mean, that's what made these watches so awesome. They were built to be, taking shrapnel and artillery fire. So it would be good to have a cover over the top of it too.
One of them
Very
had like a grid pattern over the glass.
They were awesome. I love the crown at the fore. I think that really does add something nice to it. And even the case form was also very dynamic. It's rounded around like a pebble around the edges.
That's a good looking watch. Really is.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. That wraps up the news.
I've just got one more, which I wanted to.
Sure.
I've got a little link at the bottom for you, Zippo.
I think we might have put ABC to sleep.
No, not at
You're
all.
still okay. Good.
I'm still with you.
Great.
As you know, I'm a bit of a Panerai fan, but Panerai released 70 years of the Luminor collection earlier this year, and for its 70th anniversary celebration, before the celebration finished, they're partnering with Philips Auctioneers to sell the brand's latest Lab ID watch in New York on December the 12th. This is a Luminor 1950 case made of Carbotech, what they say, which is one of their materials, which is 49 millimeters wide. The movement's lubricant free, they said, but then I found out that it wasn't after all that. And they've got a 90-year guarantee, sorry, a 70-year guarantee on the watch. It's developed in Panerai's research and development arm, and it took 2 years to develop the first Lab ID model in 2017, with a focus on using components made from a low-function composite integrated with tantalum-based ceramic. And according to Panerai, Carbotech is a highly resilient carbon fiber-based material used in motorsports, aeronautical, and biomedical industries. And
So does that mean it won't look hideous when it gets scratched?
Well,
I'll tell you more about it in a second. I'll tell you more about I'm a part of this project. That's why the ID is there. I collaborated here. It should be a lot of fun to chat about.
It's reportedly 14% lighter than titanium and 36% lighter than steel. The watch features Superluminova grade 11 luminescence material engineered to look like the original green Pantone 802C color of the early Panerai watches.
That's very nice. I like that.
The brand states that this 11 lume is brighter than deep water environments, brighter in deep water environments, sorry, and is applied to the inner bezel, the lugs, the logo, the bridge, lever, crown, and strap stitching.
Well, look at that.
The movement is a hand-wound caliber P3001C, which has a 3-day power reserve. The movement has sports dry lubricated mainspring barrels, a silicon escapement, and self-lubricating plates and bridges. And this movement is viewable through the case back, as you can see on the picture there on the screen. There's a hope that this watch will function for a lifetime without the added cost of service, bearing in mind that the 70-year guarantee with Panerai is not suggesting that the watch will function for that long without the need for service.
What's the size of this bad boy, Thomas?
49 millimeters.
Whoa.
Yeah. But so this watch is the first number of the 70-piece limited edition, and the other 69 haven't even been made yet. And being the only piece, Philips are hoping that this watch will fetch a lot. And when they're made available, this will have a price of $70,000. And Philips haven't yet announced an estimate for this watch. So it's a bit
as a part of the
ridiculously priced, but they're obviously going out on a limb to try and make the brand something. Yeah, milk it.
As a part of the creative exercise, I signed on to the contract as the ID. You can see there in the description. And I said they specified that rare and attractive has to be featured somewhere on the watch. So we were sure to put it behind the case back, just behind so you don't actually see it unless you open up the movement. So with the 70-year guarantee, you don't have to worry about ever seeing it. Philips partnership and collaboration, you know how it is.
So I'm looking at that. So obviously you collaborated with a Ladyboy.
Yeah, to get a 48 mil, I got to say, Ladyboys love 48 mil pieces on their wrists, on their legs, I should say, the ankles.
I hate to say this, but in my opinion, this once great brand is really grasping for straws.
Yep. I love the loom, though. The loom is just...
The loom is kick-ass.
Kick-ass. But, yeah, it's
70-year guarantee because they know perfectly well there's no effing way they're going to be around still in 70 years.
Yeah.
So it looks like some of the pieces of the movement are either darkened to look like the Carbotech or
Probably
made out
the same
of
material.
or the same material.
I'd imagine it's all the same material. Yeah.
Does this float your boat, Thomas? Because you're the big paneristi of the group.
No, it doesn't. I don't like the loom that's dotted all over the place.
Oh,
it's just
no.
too much.
I think it looks great. I dig
Yeah,
that.
I
also,
loom is its best attribute.
the best part for me, and I love the material. I think Carbotech's fantastic, and it's all just hyper futuristic. It's taking that 50s, 60s kind of mod and changing it up to be a bit more relevant. But then,
so does that reveal a silver color when it gets scratched, Carbotech?
No, Carbotech is like forged carbon. It's a solid substance, it's proper material.
Coal almost.
But why couldn't you do this in 42 mil?
That's what I want to know. 44
mil, 42.
It's a little bit
49.
I don't get it.
It's a paneristi thing, isn't it? It's the big watches for big guys, and it's one of their signature.
So what's the lug width? The lug width like 30 millimeters or something daft.
I'm not too sure. It's going to be big. I know that its thickness is 6.5 millimeters. Can't be 6.5 millimeters thick.
Maybe movement. Maybe the size and the loom is how you signal the lady boys. It's like the bat signal.
It's got a slow beat of 3 hertz.
Yes, 3 hertz. Yeah, I saw that.
4 joules.
I'm with you, ID guy. I think the Carbotech and the loom are the coolest things about this.
Bloody awesome! I love it, and because it's a classic design that they've bumped up. It's like the Santos skeleton. I think it's one of the coolest pieces that Cartier makes at the moment. The Cartier Santos skeleton. They're taking the old aesthetic and just making it look a lot more modern with retro. Mm-hmm. This feels the same way. It's definitely not. I wouldn't say the diehards, as Thomas is a diehard of this brand. He wouldn't appreciate it because it's a bit out of left field. It's a bit more of a sports, kind of taking it into the hyper watchmaking space.
Mm-hmm. It's like they're trying to go Richard Mille with it or something.
Yeah.
At least you can read the dial, though. That's the bonus. How much is this going for again? 70,000. Phillips is going to
70 grand.
Yeah.
Rare and attractive. They should put that on the bottom of the dial. That'll make it sell. Goddamn.
Well, I think that's in the contract, when you put in a watch for auction, that it has to be rare and attractive.
Exceedingly rare. They've only made one of these. So you got to have the exceedingly. Got to have an adverb behind it. Nice piece. I do like it. Not so much of a fan of the size, though. I don't know how many people can sport 48, 49 mils on a daily for 70 years. 70 years.
Clyde nailed it. They're going after the Richard Mille.
I guess.
I don't know.
I'd just like to put it out there. I know we've got Junior Johnson in the audience, and if he'd like to come on, that would be great, because I know he's maybe possibly wanting to come on the show and show off some of his watches. So if he'd
you want to post the link, Zippo?
Come on, we'd love to see you for a bit, Junior, if you'd love to come on.
Please do, Junior. Be great to see you again. Man.
Now, Thomas, are you more of a Luminar guy or a submersible guy?
I like the Radiomers and the
Radiomir. Okay.
Yeah, I'm also a Radiomir guy. I think Radiomir are awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off.
All right, ABC. Thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, and pleasure as always.
All right, good having you, brother.
Take care.
You take care.
Cheers. Take care. Bye.
Cheers, brother.
Take it easy, man.
Junior's saying he can't do it today. All right. You want to go and let's finish up the best, worst, and vintage chronograph.
I've got a few watches that I've been just looking at. That I was
okay. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
This is Thomas's Tam. Go for it.
Makara.
Get
How many IPAs are we in now, Zippo?
None
Number 2.
so far, but you know
Okay.
what?
Now that you reminded him,
I'm slacking.
You were behind schedule.
there we go.
Okay. Let's see, where are we here? Is it the Makara?
Yeah, that's the next one.
Yeah. So the spiel off the website was that the Makara is a mythological sea creature, and it's half terrestrial animal in the frontal part and half aquatic animal in the hind part.
Oh my goodness!
Just like their watches, it's at ease both above or underwater. They say that they take inspiration from navigational instruments, but this caught my eye because I quite like the blacked out look of it and the shape of the case, and it's a 42mm black PVD coated 316L steel, and it's a double dome sapphire crystal, and the logo's engraved on the screw down crown. It's which is at 4 o'clock. It's got hand applied luminescence markers, and you can see through the see-through case back. It's got a Miyota 82SO automatic self-winding movement with 42 hours power reserve, and it's 100 meters water resistance.
The sea serpent is ready
24 millimeters wide soft black silicon rubber strap with a buckle shaped like a knuckle duster, really. And it's $279, which is down from $449. And I don't know why they've got a lot of tattooed models to model it, but it's,
they're trying to take your attention away from the watch.
That's what I was about to say. It's very good, Clive.
You think, Clive?
And they need some help with the marketing, I think. Blue Shirt mentioned a point. There's also a part where it says badass and something else. It's a little bit heavy-handed, I think.
Yeah,
the sea serpent is ready for the boldest something or other.
Your boldest adventure.
Then further up, just a slide up, badass and unique. I mean, come on. You don't need that on your description anyway.
No,
to each their own.
Yeah, they're obviously going for a younger market here, aren't they?
One would think, yes.
Well, what's the description of the animal again, Thomas? I love that. Something about a sea serpent in the front and a horse at the back.
A mythological creature. It's half terrestrial animal in the frontal part and half aquatic animal in the hind part.
Hippocampus, right? Kind of sounds hippocampus-ish. Seahorse. And it's Greek inspired, right? Is that what they said?
Not too sure.
That also ties into the big serpent play as well.
Well, I do like the quarters. I actually spoke about this last night. Looking at Tudor's past inspirations, they're all divers with the quarters of the triangles. I really do like that feature.
Now, if I had to go again, I wouldn't be muting the mic right now. I'm just saying.
No, you can skip on to the next one then if you want, Zippo.
How many edges does that bezel have? Is that 10 or 12? It looks like 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I think it's 12. Yeah, it's 12. It's per plot. Wow.
Decadon.
Yeah. Like a sea turtle bottom gun. Yeah, I mean.
Well, it needs that many sides because it's ready for your boldest adventures.
It's nice. It's pretty legible. Got to admit, legibility-wise.
Yes, I like the hands.
I thought it's quite legible. I quite like the hands.
I think the hands in different colors, and I'm thinking line chart.
Clive, don't get me going.
Squale.
That doesn't affect me anymore. That's a beautiful word. Yeah, the tattoo is made to distract the viewer, I think.
Squale.
This is why I did not get tattoos. Tattoos are for nerds.
Neo, what's up, pal? Good to see you, Neo.
Hi, Neo. I've got your chronographs lined up.
So, we've beaten this horse.
Yeah, the next one.
Next one, Zippo.
No trident, Zippo.
It's only half horse.
Half sea creature. I love that.
Is it
I thought it was-
Capricorn?
This one I thought was quite interesting. The Nove Trident, which is the next one, because it's the world's slimmest dive watch. Apparently.
Just one more step.
Oh,
Black Friday. Just one more step. Just one more step.
Wait.
One more step after that, though. The shipping high there. Welcome to our. Got it. There's one last step.
Yeah, this is the world's slimmest dive watch. They say 6.8 millimeters thick with a 20 meters water resistance. It's got a unique 3-lever stopper system and is precisely engineered to keep the bezel unidirectional and can be easily cleaned after each dive. So they say. So 46 millimeters. It's an ultra slim. 6.8 thick. It's 200 meter water resistant, screw down crown. It's got a Swiss Ronda 1062 quartz. It's got
Nice.
super luminova with a 6-year battery life on the quartz movement. It's quite expensive, this one, for a quartz, I thought, which was $500.
Wow.
Or 30% off for the Friday deal.
And try the code.
What are they using, though?
This company actually reached out to me about a year ago, I think, for a review.
What's the CeeLo?
No.
Nove.
Oh, it's sideways.
Yeah, sideways Zelos. Yeah, I do like the ratcheting. I like the exposed ratchet for the bezel. That's quite unique. It's very interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, not all quartz is created equal, right? I mean, this could be a really nice quartz watch that
Could
is
be.
acceptable to temperature and.
You can also appreciate a quartz watch that doesn't have running seconds. So this one is a win in that case.
And even for, quartz, I mean, this is a pretty thin watch.
And the size is also good. I think it's like 40, 43, 44 mils, if I remember right.
What'd you say, 46 mil, Thomas?
Yeah, 46.
Oh, geez. I'm all over with my numbers today.
Try entering in the code Antifa 40.
Yeah, well,
You get a G-Shock or a Marathon.
You can skip on to the next one if you want.
that blue one's actually.
Yeah, I think that's heat treated. They do some interesting stuff. But you got about 50 pop-ups for vouchers and Black Friday, this and that, and the next thing. And yeah. Oh, geez, wait, there's more.
Yeah, please don't go away.
Next one to
I gotta say, I love that the Mac Daddy. That's been a thank you to Megan for the suggestion, the idea. This really does speak so true to the Milgauss. Oh, I need to improve it.
I'm loving it.
You're loving it. I need to do the KFC Patek. That'll be just gold.
Yeah, so this is the Awake 01.
Made from trash.
Yeah, well, it is. This doesn't. I mean, I'm talking.
It's very interesting.
It's the most innovative watch ever made. It's
Very
18 months of research and development to develop the most successful material with low environmental impact in the watch industry, and the material made fishing nets are transformed from ultralight and high durable 80% fishing nets and 20% recycled plastics. It's a polymer bracelet made from bison, which is a natural plant with tropical origins, and the producers guarantee the maintenance of the soil fertility and reduction of water consumption and carbon footprint from the fairer remuneration for farmers. And they've got compostable packaging as well. So remember, I ordered a watch which was made of recycled fishing nets. So this is a similar sort of watch. It's a recycled fishing nets again.
Sorry, Thomas, you get a new watch every day. I can't keep track anymore. I'm sorry.
The 42 millimeter. It's 11 millimeters thick. It's 50 water resistant. It's a solar powered Japanese movement, and
awesome.
I really like it. It's 280 euros. I really I wish that this one was out before I ordered the recycled fishing one that I got, because I would have gone for this one.
I just love the opening caption. It's a good thing when an opening caption can create a reaction like that, whether it's laugh, whether it's intrigue. That's something that sparked a laugh out of me, and it is very interesting. I like that kind of marketing is good.
It's comprised 40% of Archie luxury watch reviews for 2017.
Made from trash.
I like it, and again the way they've actually worked it in with a solar movement and biodegradable packaging and all of that. It's very important. I like it. Nice approach.
It's different.
Now, are the seals made from used condoms?
You never know.
Highly.
Boozer's saying, "What's the opposite of contrast?" Would we say non-trast, Clive? Say it for us, please, Clive. Non-trast.
Non-trast.
Don't you just love it?
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Yeah. So the next one was the Cornish Heritage Chronograph.
I've actually owned this watch. Would you believe?
Really?
Yeah. It's very cool, actually. It's a damn good watch. It's just something I never wore, so I passed it on. But they really are quite attractive pieces. They use VK 64 movements, I think.
Yeah, it's a steel with white ceramic dial, with hand-applied markers that are polished. It's a black leather and quick-release strap with a folding clasp for ease of use. 39 millimeters, 11.5 thick, 20 millimeters lug width, and it's using a Seiko VK64 hybrid caliber, Mecha Quartz so-called hybrid, and it's a price of €385, which I thought was quite expensive.
No, you can get them for so cheap on other pages.
I quite like the blued hands, but I thought it was quite a nice design. It reminded me of a bit of a sort of Vacheron or maybe a.
So the inspiration, it's very good. I mean, the inspiration comes from Patek 5170 and a longer datograph basically clashed together. And honestly, after wearing the datograph, if you want to get an experience of a datograph on the wrist, these proportions are bang on. 20 mil lug width and 39 mil on the wrist. It's such excellent proportions. And they come in full black. They come in a blue variant and the silver dial as well. A lot of fun to wear. VK64 movements, workhorses. They're great.
Interesting.
The reason why I got it was to experience those proportions of the datograph to see if it would be something that I would wear. And it turns out didn't wear it very much. But yeah, it's bang on cool. What the marketing doesn't cover is that the AR coating on the crystal is, I mean, it's nuts. It's just bright blue. Gets quite irritating at times. Other than that, nice proportions. Sorry, Thomas. I took over there.
No, keep on to the next watch. It's fine.
I butchered it. I've eaten this horse.
You've eaten that horse?
Yeah, I've eaten it, yeah. Doesn't taste that great.
Well, you're not French.
No.
I quite like this.
I quite liked it. Yeah, it's
the aesthetic is great.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually not bad.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're going to movements in it again?
VK64. It's a Mecha Quartz.
Oh.
Yeah.
For that price, exactly. You can find them for super cheap. I think they're based in France, so they do have suppliers all over the place, in Europe at least. Ceramic dial is a nice selling point.
Surrender dial?
Yes. Oh, cool. We got to get Koto coming up next. They do some interesting stuff.
Yeah, there's a Gakoto, which was there's another one which was in the same that I was going to show Zippo in the same under the same watch. This Gakoto, there was a black dial. If you want to skip to the black dial one, I thought the numerals were quite nice there. I thought the slightly Explorer-esque, but they say encapsulates everything space age in the case, which
Really?
is
You know what the case reminds me of? Reminds me of a Pam.
Yeah.
No, what?
Yeah, it does look a bit Panerai-ish. And the one there, 40 millimeters ones, but It's 300 millimeters, 42 millimeters. Sorry, 300-meter water resistant. It's an ostrich leg leather strap, fume style dial with a vertically fine brushed finish, and with gold details on hands and indices surrounding quite the 60s design. It's using a H65 automatic movement with a 42 millimeter case and the screw down crown. And this one's £249 it was going for. You can see it's going for 432 Canadian dollars. It's 48.5 lux to lug, double sapphire crystal. But if you didn't like this one, I thought another one for you, Zippo, was the one just underneath, which was the chronograph. If you scroll down, click on that one.
They do have some pretty interesting tribute pieces they've made in the past. I mean, this looks like a Hoya Camaro. I'm sure that's where they got the inspiration from.
No, it looks like I've had Breitlings like 70s that look like this.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is using Miyota 6S21 quartz chronograph movement. So it's but it has a roulette date wheel, red and black roulette date wheel, which is quite interesting. But I mean, from the different colors that you can choose, the different color variants, if you go through those, I mean, some of those are quite nice. I quite like this chronograph. I quite like the look of it.
There we go. There's your Monaco. The Gecko to Monaco.
All of these.
I don't know how I feel about that case. 70s.
You're not a fan of that case, Zippo?
Not so much.
Yeah,
Is this one? Although that looks pretty good.
I mean, I hate to say it, but for like a good, like a Christmas present or graduation gift,
not bad, right?
Yeah,
yeah, you could do a lot worse.
Yeah, like these pictures aren't doing it justice, I don't think.
Yeah, it's not like luxury to last.
No.
they do some good stuff. Some of their tribute models, I think I follow them on Instagram, and they do put out some pretty interesting ideas. It's pretty interesting when a house can go in the house with their idea, their subject matter, their concepts, cross-pollinating ideas around. They're known for their straps and their NATOs and everything, but it's interesting to see how well they're doing in this area too. They're popular.
Yeah,
I mean, some are selling well.
All of these watches look kind of nice, but the problem with a quartz chronograph is that they often just don't work very well. They get stuck.
Right.
You press a pusher and it's a big bounce until they start working. I mean, they're just very annoying. Having a quartz chronograph, unless of course it's digital, and then it's a totally different ballgame. But that's kind of. I mean, in the past I've had like a whole bunch of these types of cheapo quartz chronographs, so they. They're nice eye candy maybe, but
Russian roulette.
Not very good. Yeah, they're just not very good in terms of working.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then with the you get your chronograph hands that don't reset in the right place ever.
Gotta love them.
Should we crack on with the best worst of vintage chronographs then?
Should be good. Go for it, Thomas.
Yeah, let's.
Well, what we got left? You, Thomas, and Chris, and the Rancher.
Five. We got Neo. We've got the Rancher. Does the Rancher want to go first, Rancher?
Sorry, I don't have my homework prepared.
Oh, you? No.
No, I've tried going through my chronographs, and it's just too much work. There's so fucking many of them.
There are a lot. Well, I can go through.
I mean, literally, I could get the Indian blanket out, and I could probably write out the Gettysburg Address.
Not War and Peace. Not War and Peace yet.
A few random, if you want, just suggest them to Zippo, and he'll call them up. Or we can start with Neo's, if you want.
Sure. Let's start with Neo's.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
And here's the thing: I can say ones I like, I say ones I don't like, but the most or the worst. I have trouble with that.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I had a hard time. I had a hard time with the worst because there's just so many worse.
Same with me.
I picked one that I thought was just stupid.
I didn't pick my best and worst, to be honest with you, because there's so many out there, and I'm not that okay with chronographs, to be honest with you. But
and when you're doing web pages, this like, well, all it makes me want to do is to just do a web search for it, and that's just kind of, well, freaking lazy.
Well, for the worst, I don't think you can do better than the one I picked. So,
well, I will. While we're all gathering our thoughts, I'll show mine off.
What about your watch?
See, I think this thing is just a beauty. Took a little while to grow on me.
Your favorite, is it, Zippo?
It's the favorite one I own.
Beautiful. So is this a Mitsukushi dial?
That could be the name of it. I as much as I know is Japanese and from the 90s.
I think it's a Mitsukushi dial Speedmaster, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. It was a hell of a price, and yeah, it's my daily.
Cool.
And then another one that I've been liking lately are the vintage Hoyers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, classic chronographs.
Yeah.
Watching.
Probably isn't going to be the year to get a Rolex, unfortunately. But nothing stopping me from tracking one of these down. So if anybody has any suggestions, I'd be glad to take them.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a nice one. Pre-Carrera chronograph. That's lovely.
Mm.
So is this your vintage one? Is this your vintage?
Yeah. I mean, no particular model. I haven't really, singled it down yet. But
now, do you prefer a 3-register chrono or a 2-register chrono?
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a good-looking watch right there.
And many options in the space.
Yeah.
Ortavia is a goodie. The one watch I was really drawn to in the beginning was a. Sorry, go for it, Nia.
I was going to say I prefer 3-register chrono over 2, but lately I've been needing to time things. Like if you're timing workouts, like what's the most that you may rest? About maybe 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. When you have a 3-register chrono, the subdial for the minute gets to be so small that it's hard to see 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. But on a 2-register, I think it'll become a lot more evident. So in some ways, I've been leaning towards a 2-register chrono when using it for workouts. But I mean, quite honestly, I'm just going to go with a digital for that routine. But there is positives and negatives between 2 and 3-register chronos.
That's a nice one. I like that Montreal that you had up. That was a nice one.
There's so many options. Would recommend, I think, as far as Hoyer chronographs go. I'm trying to remember the one I was looking at years and years ago was a Jack Hoyer edition with the red. It was a Carrera with the red, kind of like a Louboutin underside of the strap. It was really nice. I think it was like 100. No, was it 100? It was 80, maybe the 85th anniversary Jack Hoyer Carrera. Something about that watch.
Mine is unofficially called the Big Eyes.
You have one?
Yeah.
You have all of them?
No, I'm not Rick for freak's sake. No.
But these vintage Hoyer chronographs have been going up in value.
Everything's been going up in value.
Yeah. You're right, Pat. You're right. Everything's going up in value.
So you know, if you've been looking at vintage, and it's like, well, and then yeah, if you diddle it, if you skirt around and diddle around with it, you probably can't buy it now. And let me put it this way: that's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to strike while the iron's hot, haven't you?
Like people aren't just buying one watch these days.
No,
everybody's got to have a collection now.
Everyone's got to have a collection. Sadly, the YouTube platform has just made it so accessible for people to learn so quickly about these things, and they just hop on the train.
Yeah.
Not just YouTube, just internet in general.
Well, did you have a worst chronograph than Zippo? Did you have
any of those fucking movement watches without chronograph register indices?
Can you bring one up to horrify us with?
I'd have to Google it for a bit here. Oh my god, it's just the stupidest thing.
I've just stumbled on a Jacob & Co. Oh my, it's the most. I'll share it on the Discord. It is the wow.
I'm sure producer Michael has one.
They do make works of art. Art is subjective.
Absolutely.
Oy.
All right, so who's next? Oh, that's just
god,
Chinese piece of.
Yeah.
So we at this point we need to assign names of brands to people. I mean, James is Nixon. I'm Squale. I think you can be Movement, Zippo.
You can't read the time on it, can you?
You can't do anything.
You can't read the hand at all.
No.
Absolutely, $138. I'd rather have a.
You don't need to read the time.
No, I'd rather have a sundial.
That thing is probably worth $8.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
For a chronograph, that's just legibility galore.
Just cram everything into the middle. You know, you got a movement that's
tiny.
Yeah, 2 centimeters diameter.
Gunmetal hands. That's what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just fucking stupid is what it is.
At least you can tell what seconds you're on. At least you can count the seconds.
Yeah,
literally
the number of seconds until this thing stops working.
Doesn't take long.
Yeah,
I mean, they literally fall apart, these things.
They probably even have the smallest batteries you can possibly find.
Jeez. We really find the best stuff, eh? The best and worst. I think it's good. It's good to be balanced.
Sorry, BDEV. It's a 4175.
Yes, a new Hanhart 4177 ES.
I think it might be bronze. I think it's based on the 40s era, 50s era.
Didn't Steve McQueen wear one?
Yes. This might be the model, actually. This is a bit different.
So that's still a good-looking chrono.
Yeah, all the Type 20s that we know, all the Longines and the Breguets, and that they all got it from this. Hanhart is the reason for all of it. A German brand. It was bought up by the Swiss, and so it is. Straight after the war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice.
Got the
do we
coin
know
edge.
for sure that Steve McQueen wore a brass watch?
Yeah, I think it was this exact model in brass.
Huh.
It's a really cool. It's a really cool piece.
Yeah,
And the bezel is what makes it Hanhart. Even the hand painted red at the top. That's just so true too.
Is that just daubed on there? Right?
That's just stuck on. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, real classic.
Good suggestion, BDEV.
I like it.
What do these go for?
Not too sure. Yeah, just I'd say welcome to Tennessee Mike again.
Hey,
How
Mike.
are you doing?
Hey, Tennessee
See you,
Mike.
So I think Clive's put a link in the chat for us. I think he's put
2,000 USD. B Dev is saying.
It's fair.
That's impressive.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Ooh, nice.
So what is this, Clive? Is this your favorite? Is this your worst? Is this your...
I think it's the most disappointing.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I do. Kickstarter watch. I know. Boo, boo. But this is the one where Airmar, and I've talked about this a couple of times, but Airmar basically was a watch brand, and they'd interface between, they had contacts with Seagull. And so if a European or American brand wanted to like get Seagull movements, they'd interface with Airmar. Knew the people there. And Airmar also did a few homage watches, but they did a Kickstarter. It's just like, okay, we're going to do our first own watch. Period. We're not going to. It's going to be classically inspired, but it's not going to be. We're not going to try to rip off whatever.
Dan Henry and the Hamilton Intramatic, etc., etc.
Right.
Right.
And when you look at the back of it, the movement is, is it not quite up to Swiss standards, but the movement is phenomenal looking. But I look at the dial, and the dial is just so flat and uninspired and bland, and that's why I don't like it. That's the only thing I don't like about it. To me, it's like the poor man's Patek Philippe, because I want to look at the back all day. I don't want to look at the front.
Yeah,
you got to love the look of the movement.
You can say the same about so many watches today, though, right? About the dials. I mean, so many are just bland, uninspired.
Well, and this is my big criticism of the Oris 400 Aquas. They actually came up with what appears to be a really exceptional movement, and they just lazily stuck it
in an Aquas. Yeah,
in an Aquas. Didn't distinguish. I mean, I think if they really wanted to do something and just raise the price to $1,000, I think if they would have put as much movement into thought and effort into the watch and everything as they did the movement. Yeah,
exactly, Clive. Great point. I mean, it should have just started a new watch altogether. I think.
Correct.
Shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Correct.
Now
they got lazy.
Yeah. Or they ran out of time or effort or steam. And I kind of feel the same for this one. It's perfectly competent. It's a perfectly competent chronograph. It's like $500. And so, it's actually got a column wheel manual wind chronograph movement in it. I'm just kind of thinking, you could have came out with something really, really great if you just
put some effort into it.
It's so close.
Yep.
Yeah. Like even a little more texturing on the dial itself, maybe. Wouldn't take much.
No.
Yeah, just to give it a little depth.
Yeah.
Have you got any more links, Clive? You got any more to post for us?
No, Archie pinched them.
Oh, clever.
As he does.
Well, there's one other one. So what sucks about this is, actually, I could have. I'm trying to pull up. I've got the nadir of Zenith. I've got like the big ugly El Primero that looks like a half-ass Hublot from like 2002. Yeah, it looks from 2007, 2008. But I'm trying to remember what the fuck the thing is called. But of course, since Zenith has cranked out so many El Primeros, it's kind of hard.
Hold on, I remember. What was they call it? Like the Ultra something, or yes, there was
Aero something.
And it had those crazy center. Weren't the center links like textured or something? I remember this one.
Even the rubber was textured.
Oh god, I remember that watch. What the hell do they call it? Oh, geez, this should be something we can search.
No. Okay, I've got. Well, except it's on a bracelet, and mine wasn't even on the bracelet. Now, and if you guys want to scratch that El Primero itch for cheap, if you want a El Primero, okay, I'll put another. I'll put a link to it up to it.
Okay.
So what was your worst? This was your worst watch, was it, Clive?
One of the worst watches, yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I think ABC did well for himself getting because he was able to scratch his El Primero itch.
I feel like it's a natural progression for all of us. I feel like I need to get on the El Primero train next. Put Rolex aside. I'm not interested in Rolex. Let's go El Primero. Find a proper high beat caliber. Have a good time.
You could get an El Primero Daytona, a Zenith Daytona.
Okay,
yeah, why not? Easy peasy.
Is this your favorite, or is this your?
This is his favorite.
One?
This is what he loves.
Pretty damn ugly.
This is Clive's favorite watch of all time. I can see why. I can see the appeal. Wow. I love the textured center links. That's just, tactility. You want to enjoy that feeling of.
And a Cyclops at 430. Ooh.
So tell us about it, Clive.
How ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's hear the story, Clive. What was what grabbed you about this watch at first?
It was an El Primero. It's like a checkmark. It's a checkmark watch.
Okay. I love that texture. Don't you think the center links just
even the
screams
rubber,
Invicta.
Even the rubber has the texture though. Mine's on a rubber. And technically, screw down pushers and everything else, it literally has depth resistance to that of a Submariner. And I think when these things came out, like it's the nadir of Zenith. But when it first came out, it sold for roughly what you could get a steel Daytona for at the time.
See, this is the problem of LVMH owning Zenith. This is the problem.
Well, no, this is the one after we released this one, and I've got the Defy version of it. This is equally ugly, and once this president released these two watches, he's more or less shown that he was basically thrown out on his ass.
And it looks like it has this regatta timer on the running the 30-minute mark.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Yep.
But if you want to scratch that El Primero itch,
got to get that movement somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite a good buy, isn't it? It's quite a cheap buy. I mean, like ABC got his. I mean, what was his? £1,800, I think. Yeah.
Wow.
That's awesome. 1,500 or something.
He scored big time.
And this one here is 100% capable watch. Like, it's quality. I'm sure.
And like I said, just the dial. They put a lot of work into the dial on. If you really get a good picture and go to a close up, they really put a lot of work in, but they missed the mark entirely.
Yeah.
It's like a sharpshooter who hit the bullseye on the target next
to his. Yeah, it's good. I like that.
Nice job, Bob, except you hit the other guy's target. Fuck.
So this was your favorite, was it, Clive?
Shut up.
Yeah, he loves it. How many times have you slept with this watch, Clive? Be honest with us. Be frank and honest.
I could sleep with it.
Frank and honest.
Yeah. Well, it's waterproof, so it would easily take other liquids just as well.
I kind of like that. That kind of looks Ulysses Nardin, actually, when we look at the dial and everything there. That's not bad.
God, now I even think less of it. Thanks.
It's pleasure. It's pleasure. Fine. I kind of like that layout. That looks pretty nice. Just putting it out there. Maybe it's the hangover from yesterday's live show that started to catch up on me now. So I'm starting to feel delirious.
Definitely Zenith Defy, isn't it? Yeah. It's got that skeletonized look to it.
Defy is a love it or hate it thing.
Skeleton, I can't. It's just not me. Just not me. Sorry.
So did you have a worst one, Clive?
No, that's definitely the worst one. Well, unless I want to go to like a teeny tiny classic, but shit, I don't want Flip and Zippo to break the break the Zoom on this computer.
Oh, shall I continue with Neos then?
Sure.
Okay.
Right, we've got Neos coming up here. You here, Neo? You with us?
No, I think he's asleep.
He's with us. We got
Yeah.
Neo's coming up. Neo's favorite watch. This is.
I'm
This
here.
is
This should be
Neo's
good.
favorite. What tell us about this, Neo?
Well, it's the Cleave 272G. It's a fairly modern watch. It's modern size. It's freaking gorgeous on the back side. It's freaking gorgeous on the front side. I think it's sort of like a 5170 in modern expression is what the 5172G is, and I just think it's just gorgeous. I mean, you can use that watch for many.
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
beautiful.
Nice take. Interesting.
You know, whenever I see chronos, like I would try to have that over a lot of other ones. So
Beautiful.
Thanks, Hansi.
Yeah, it's a nice watch. This, isn't it? Beautiful watch. I love those syringe hands. They're really
The
nice.
numerals. It feels very 40s here with the step lugs and everything there.
It does.
Very
It
true to
does.
form.
The way they haven't cut up.
it's still a Patek.
numerals.
How much
come
is
with
this bad
cufflinks.
boy?
Neo, do you know
I
how
think
much
it's like
it is?
72,000. I think it's like 72, 80,000, something like that.
Okay.
It's actually not that unreasonable in the world of watches. Those in terms of high-end watches, this is, I think, a great deal.
And cufflinks.
Good thing they throw in some cufflinks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The
That's
other
a
thing,
gorgeous
you know, when you
program.
think about like Pateks and having the white gold makes it so much easier to read, I think, too, than the yellow gold.
And it's more casual, low key.
Mm-hmm.
I think it has very good visibility. Yep.
Good call.
Lovely syringe hand.
For my
For the vintage one,
favorite vintage,
It should be good.
I went with a movement. I didn't go with a watch because this movement is in a lot of watches. Anywhere
I chose a watch for you.
Tag, Omega, Tizen. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the.
So I went with the
the
Lamania 5100 movement.
Mm.
the 5100 in this one. It's the Porsche design military chronograph. It's the Orfina. This was the Top Gun watch. The one by Tom Cruise in Top Gun. It's the beautiful watch. It's one designed by Porsche Design, but made by Orfina, which were the 20s, started up in the 20s. And
if I could make a suggestion, though, if you really love that, I would really, if you could find a good example of a Speedmaster Mark 4.5, same movement, and actually for chronograph, I think it's the most useful chronograph out there. If you just want using it as a chronograph, simply because of the layout and the D100 movement.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, because then that one space, the 140, I believe that has a 5100. Tag had a 5100. They're like, I think, like the best vintage movements. Like if you were to put one on today, this one would just keep on working. It's a diesel. It just keeps going. I think the thing, like, it has a 7G shock resist on it. I mean, hitting a watch with 7Gs is going to be pretty hard.
Now, let me ask you a question about this one. Now, does this one have like two? So it has a second hand and then there's a separate minute hand, right?
Yep.
And that's why I love about the Lamania 5100.
Yeah, this one was worn by Mario.
Like in a lot of
Andretti
ways,
as well.
I wish people would. Yeah, I wish they would drop the 7750 and just use a 5100. Quite honestly, it would offer a different aesthetic. I think the 100 is a more solid movement to the 7750. Not that the 7750 is bad, but the 7750, as soon as you put that movement in there, it comes with a certain dictation of what your case is going to be. For one, it's going to be thick. And yeah, so the 5100 is going to have some own limitations, but I think the pluses of those limitations it's going to enforce on you are worth it. So
yeah, so not good movement choice with that one. I think for your vintage movement, great movement, but available in lots of different watches. This is only one.
yep,
This
yep. My favorite one, I think, because like I said, the Omega, the Zen 140. There's a tag, I forget the name of the tag, but that one looks pretty good. This Orfino one, yep. And I think the updated version of the 5100 is like the CO2, but don't quote me on that. I could be off on that one.
Neil, are you having problems with your internet?
You know, I am, and I can't do anything about it right now. I'll drop off after I've been talking to this and listen. But
anytime Archie comes
I'm on
on,
the phone.
Anytime Archie comes on, my internet goes to shit. But you know, I'm happy. I'm happy they only charged me $5 a month extra for that.
Yeah, no, I'm on my phone because I'm doing something as I'm talking with you guys.
Yeah, so the next watch that Neo chose was his worst watch, and I'll put a link in for that one, Zippo. If you can call that up.
I know Tim Mosso loves this watch. I know there's a perpetual calendar on this watch, but damn it, it's not a chronograph. I don't care what anyone tries to convince me of. This is not a chronograph.
Oh, come on.
So what's this one called? MEH? Meh?
Yeah, this is the MIH watch. It's a chronograph and annual
missing in
9
action.
pieces total.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah, quite an interesting watch. Tell us about it, Neo.
Well, I mean,
it's
powerhouses have come together to create this watch, and it's very minimal. You know, it's a chronograph. You can tell by all the subtitles on it, and there's a calendar on it. But I mean, come on, if you wanted a chronograph, would this be what you wanted?
Not I.
No.
I don't think it's a chronograph.
No.
It has a 7750 in it. I mean, it does have a 7750 in it. Oh, that has a 7750 in it. Well, if you got it on the side, you will, because it's like 15, 16 millimeters tall. But where's that the 7750? How come I can't see it?
So it's kind of like a chronostop, in a way.
So what's this called? The dumbass address?
Oh, cool. We got some directions. That's important.
Mm.
Watchmaking and industrial design. Ooh. Some buzzwords we got going around.
There you go.
So when your watch breaks down, it gives you GPS coordinates of where to take the watch to.
That's the watchmaking. You have to sail across there.
Fusion between watchmaking and industrial design.
I see.
But do you understand?
No.
Okay.
Do not. This looks like a chronostop. So, I mean, yeah, Tuesday, May. That's interesting. So it has a full, is it a perpetual?
I think I think technically, it's probably a solid watch. It's just, I don't see the chronograph.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a chronostop.
It's a 7750 in there. Yeah. So, I mean, I had a really hard time with this category, to be honest. There's so many
understandable
chronographs, but
understandable at a glance. That's so funny. Gotta love the marketing. Understandable at a glance. Don't know so much.
Would a homage chronograph be a homograph?
I like that. Abbreviating those words, I like it.
It's kind of cool as minimal design to it.
But then there's minimal, and then there's
meh.
You know,
You can only time 1 minute on it, though, I suppose, can't you? Because there's no sub registers to.
Yeah, it's a chronostop complication. I mean, you know, the Amiga chronostop, other models, I think Seiko's also did them. Single pusher, and you can count to a minute. So if you are right, I mean, that's why it has all the navigational coordinates at the back there. You can time your stop as you're about to take off on the plane. Otherwise.
Well, guys, I got good news. I am negative for COVID-19.
All right. Congrats.
Yeah.
Good news, man. Good news.
Awesome, Chris.
Yep.
Yeah, it's brilliant news. Best news of the stream.
Correct.
I figured I would be, but good to know. Good to know for sure now.
Yep.
Yeah, brilliant, my friend.
Yeah,
we got any more?
Then you get a follow-up email. The symptoms that you're feeling are actually cancer.
You never know.
That wouldn't surprise me at this point.
God forbid. God forbid.
Yay.
We got anybody else? Any more?
We got me. I've got the next one I've got was the my favorite. And of course, you chose my favorite last week, didn't you? You chose the Type 20 only watch.
I did. Sorry, Thomas.
Yeah, well, no problem. But this is the. I mean, I don't know that many chronographs because there's so many out there. Like the rancher said, you know, there's so many out there to choose from. But this was one that really caught my eye last year.
Yeah,
this was the Blancpain Command. Oh, it was a lovely looking watch. It was a 2019 model, which came out, and but I just love the look of it. It's that classic 1940s styling.
Is this a flyback?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's right when they transitioned out of the 40s to the 50s. I think it has a telemeter scale on it. Does it? No. Has a tachymeter. Very interesting though. Dig it. Can't not like it. I mean, the shots of it in the flesh look amazing. It's one of the best. I think one of the best reissues out there.
Yeah,
considering all the other brands.
Is that a rotatable diesel?
Sure is.
Nice.
I'm trying to remember who it was sent to. I think it wasn't Polish. German forces. I can't remember the background. Or Italian. Maybe it was Italian forces that got these. I don't know.
Really?
Watch, very expensive watch at the price. If you see, 22,000 Canadian dollars, 23,000 nearly.
Let me guess. It was a limited edition, wasn't it?
Yeah, they only made like 50 of them, as you would expect.
Yeah.
Put your money down. I love it.
I dig it, Thomas. Good looking watch.
Yeah, that is.
Yes. Nice military inspired watch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is a nice one.
No more photos.
No more photos. Sorry about that. Just the one.
No.
Yeah. You can go to my worst one, which is next one. Which again, I only chose one that I could really look at, like Lucia did with his diesel last week. I opted for a poor choice on the worst one.
It's there's so much out there that.
There's so much out there. It's hard to choose the worst one. So I went for this, which looked like something from looked like a bangle from Game of Thrones.
God.
To be honest with you.
Oh boy.
Look like
$700.
Yeah, like a bangle that one of the characters from Game of Thrones was wear.
That's pretty bad, Thomas. Pretty bad.
Pretty bizarre. Yeah.
Now, which character is it? Let's see how big of a nerd you really are.
No, I don't know. I only know briefly not that much of a nerd, no.
Joffrey.
Oh my goodness. Are we going swimming?
Stop playing with your microphone, whoever that is. Wow. That's pretty hideous, Thomas.
Yeah, you chose well.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Nice. The reviews are going to be the best.
Yeah.
Nice looking watch. Husband loves this. Bought him. Yeah, 10-year anniversary. Jeez.
Ooh.
I do recommend friends to jump on your website. We'll purchase more in the future. Ooh. Absolutely love. Very durable, classy leather strap. Watch is nice, heavy and built to perfection. I receive numerous compliments everywhere I go. Oh, Kevin.
Wow.
Kevin. You don't have to lie, Kevin. Good compliments. Getting a lot of compliments.
No.
Even at my son wear, Dimitri. Why? Why, Dimitri? He's the best man for his best friend. Oh, jeez. Everyone loved it. Stunning. I bought this amazing watch for my husband's birthday. Love it. Well, you love it, but I don't think he does. I recommend this watch to anyone. I wouldn't regret. I swear, these are
terrible one. We can get on to the next one.
These are. I like the comments. These are all auto-generated too. I wanted to let you know that I returned the watch. Here we go. I wanted to let you know that I returned the watch because it wasn't the same one I originally wanted. However, I continue to review the various selections you offer. How did you get a 5-star Renault? That's not how it works, right? It's not a 5-star rating when you get. My husband loves it. I most definitely will purchase again. Well, Shanette, you did a good job there. This is entertaining. I could totally read these off for hours. 5 stars, every single one of them.
Yeah.
I have many watches and collect them. The JBW was a welcome surprise in quality, style, and design.
Oh,
Thomas, the comments are more fun than the watch.
190 ones.
Yeah,
I chose
191.
I chose a few vintage ones I chose about 3 or 4 vintage ones from Zippo's birth year because I thought a birth year watch for him would be a good idea. So these are my vintage ones from 1977, which is Zippo's birth year. So we start off with a Monster, which I really like. This is a good birth year watch. You were saying you're not going to get your Rolex this year, Zippo, but you might get a chronograph. So
that's a good example.
Nice one.
That is a nice one.
Yeah.
This actually won an award, if I remember. I think it actually won something at GPHG one year. Oh, jeez. New arrivals.
Yeah.
Pulsation bezel. I didn't notice that the subdials are offset. What is going on there? Is it just my eyes? What am I seeing here?
No,
it looks like you're right. It looks like they are offset.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that on Watchbox. Seriously, once you notice it, every time you see her, it's like looking at a Picasso painting.
This is totally a Picasso painting right here.
Yeah,
I did not realize.
Isn't it? So there's this one, the Monza, which I really like the PVD look to it. The blacked out look. That looks quite military. Looks got that military look to it. So this would be a good choice for a birthday watch for you. We've got another one next
it's called a
as
Monza?
well. Yeah, this one's a Monza.
My sister drove a Monza. It was a piece of shit.
And named after all the racing tracks: Monza, Daytona, Monaco, Camaro. They've also got a Camaro.
Carrera.
Not a racing track. Carrera. Yeah.
Every time I hear the word Monza, I think of being 9 years old, standing on one end of the open hood, holding a flashlight for my dad in the middle of the night, listening to him curse the night away when he was trying to get the damn thing running again.
That's bad memories. Bad memories. Monza is an amazing track, though. If you know your Grand Prix circuits, it's a really nice track.
Car, not so much.
I guess not.
So there's the Monza, and then there's another Hoya coming up, which I really like. I love the calculator.
Yeah.
This one's a 77 one as well.
I love that bracelet.
That one's
the bracelet's cool.
£1,060, so you could get a deal for that one, Zippo.
Sorry, how much?
That one went for £1,600.
Oh wow, yeah, 2,800.
Calculator. I think Craft and Tailored, Cam at Craft and Tailored did a review of this piece. It's definitely an outlier. Calculator bezel. I mean, it's just like so ridiculous. It's awesome.
Sorry, I'm just taking it in here.
Yeah,
I think you struck a chord there, Thomas.
Yeah.
I quite like it myself. Yeah.
See, I don't know. I think he'd like my Leisure watch because A, it's about the same year. B, it has cigarette hands.
Yeah.
The only danger is that I'd actually try to light the watch on fire if he was absent-minded.
Which I am.
So that was one 1977 piece for you, and there's another one in the chat as well. A bullhead. Yeah, okay. These can be had for really good prices. These ones. I mean, this is another 77 piece for you. I mean, Citizen and Seiko did in the 70s were doing loads of bullheads, and I think I was going to bring a Seiko, but I've got another Seiko for you next. But they did some great bullheads. I love bullheads, and I think they'd be a great choice for you. About the price as well.
Nickel case.
That's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Hope you're not allergic.
What about the back? Is it made out of the same thing? Is it a nickelback watch?
Oh.
I really hope you're not nickel allergy prone, because you will have a bad time. Really bad time.
Nickelback. Oh my god. You know, they used to be cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the world started hating them.
Yeah. I used to go watch them in a little bar.
All right. But have you noticed the Bee Gees? They used to be cool, then the world started hating them, and now they're becoming cool again.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the cycle of life. Listen, Flippin', Booster's asking you to pull up something. Speedmaster Schumacher Yellow.
For the next one, which was a Seiko for you, Zippo, if you just want to click on that one. Can we pull up the Schumacher in a bit? I'll just go through a couple more, and then we'll pull up the Schumacher.
Junior Johnson.
Clive knows this one. And this one's one of your birth year ones.
Okay, sorry, my bad. Oh, yes.
The Pogue.
Yep. Oh, yeah, I've got one of those.
Now, this would be 1977. Good one for you.
Yeah, sure. That's funny. I was thinking Pogue earlier.
Yeah, a great watch for 1977 birth year watch.
Pepsi bezel.
Great with the yellow dial. I love that yellow dial.
It's very cool. I thought about pulling the trigger on this watch a couple of times. It's just there's a lot of Franken watches out there.
Yeah, they've got to be hard to come by now.
Really? How much are they going for now?
Depends on condition.
Like, give me a range.
To be honest with you, Clive, I haven't looked in half a year.
I thought I've seen them around for like 3,000, but I could be mistaken. They're not cheap.
No, they're not. Yeah, we're talking like a good condition one is $2,000.
And my final vintage one for the 1977 was the Tudor Big Block, which was an interesting one.
God, I got mine for $400. Holy crap!
Whoa, good investment. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. Vintage Omega. You could get like an 861 reasonable money. Because in the 75 they had a bunch of watches, like a Mark II, for instance.
This.
Yeah, I really like this one, the Big Block. I think it looks great.
Video. Near mint, nice, polished.
It's got a value 77.50.
Yeah.
So all sorts of different chronographs out there for my birth year.
Yeah. Well, this would be a contender.
Omega Flightmaster.
Yeah, Flightmaster, all sorts of things. Do you want to look at Boozer's
the Schumacher?
Oh, sure.
Speedmaster. Yeah. The yellow dial. Yellow Schumacher Speedmaster.
Hell, my 75 gold nipple dial GMT is a 75.
Oh, really? 1975?
Yep.
Nice.
Where am I now? Okay. I gotta clean up the page here a little bit. I've never seen one of these in person.
Wow.
Very, very bright, isn't it? That's a very bright.
That is a lot of yellow.
Yeah, it's a lot of yellow. You said it would go with the yellow sports car.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm looking at Flightmaster prices now. Those things have
shot up.
Yep.
Like through the roof.
Doubled at least.
Yeah, these are cool. Ferrari yellow? Is that what they're going for? Is that a thing?
It was
No.
Michael Schumacher.
Now, officially, I'm appalled.
Unofficially?
Yeah, I'd be going for CK2998 myself. Yeah. I think these are a bit too much for me, these colored dials.
Yeah, I was taking a look at a red one, and it was a little much. And I like red, so they're quite similar to mine.
Yeah, yours has got the sub-dial at the 12 o'clock position, though, hasn't it?
Yeah. Same pusher, same case, I think, same bracelet. The crown is too small on these. That's my biggest gripe.
I think I'm gonna drop the top and take Vingtonier out when I go out for tacos.
There you go.
Very nice. Sounds good.
Yeah, Booster's saying it's MR2 yellow.
Nice.
There you go, Vingtonier yellow.
No. Toyota Racing Yellow.
Ah, right. Sorry. Yeah.
That's just a little over the line. A little bit over the line.
Sorry.
I just found out that Toyota is making a fast Yaris, and I'm
Really?
yeah.
Wow. All right. Anybody else got anything? Because we're coming up on 2 hours and 30 minutes. So
good,
I think
good timing, that wasn't it? About
this is a
2.5
good
hours.
place to wrap this baby up.
Yep.
Good one to wrap up on. Yeah.
Well, we can look and see what Hodiki's talking about, and then shit on
it, as we do.
All right. Well, listen. Thank you for joining us, everybody in the chat. We really appreciate it. If you could give us a thumbs up, that would be awesome.
Thank you, everyone. That'd be great.
Tell your friends whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. And I want to thank the rancher for coming onto the show.
Oh, okay.
I just realized I had myself on mute. Sorry, guys. I just set myself awake. I have been the last half an hour. Yesterday's stream has just hit me in the face.
All right. Well, we're just wrapping things up, ID guy. So we want to thank you for joining us as always.
No,
we truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I've got something.
Okay.
So Phillips Auction, Sylvester Stallone's watch is up for sale.
Ooh.
Oh dear, no. That can be a good talking point next week, actually.
Yes. Oh, there you go. ID guy could do a stream on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do.
I'm going to put the auctions aside for a while, at least till mid-December. God.
And a big congratulations on that Golden Arches Milgauss. I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm loving it.
Classic.
I'm gonna do some more. This has been a fun exercise. It's a bit too restrained. It needs to be more ugly, I think.
Well, this has got to be the ugliest Richard Mill I've ever seen.
Oh, Neo's asking you to repost the link, Zippo.
Who?
Yeah.
Neo.
No, okay. No, wait. Here's an even uglier one.
Oh, shit. Wrong spot.
Yeah, so it's been a great show, everyone. Thanks again to, as Blue Shirt said, thanks to Flipping Zippo, Blue Shirt Butter, The Rancher, ID Guy, McDaddy, and everyone who's taken part today, Neo, and ABC. And thanks to all you guys in the chat for joining us. And it's been another great stream. I think we might be expecting Neo to hop on quickly to say something. But it's been a great stream, everyone. Another great stream.
Indeed.
Let me
highly recommend 24 hours of sleep now over the next day.
Yeah, the weekend.
I hate to say this, but if you keep smoking on air, you realize Suckerhorn's going to give you a copyright strike, right?
That's I'm growing the mustache in honor of him. Back in the day, he had one, right?
he had a killer one back in the day. Yeah.
And don't forget, you can sponsor Flipping Zippo for Movember, who's growing his mustache for you guys for testicular cancer, prostate cancer, and mental health, and all the men's charities. So
next week, I'll really start hounding you guys on that one.
Yeah, so
if you gotta look like this, then there's got to be it's got to be worth it.
No worries. All
right. Well, thank you very much guys for joining in.
I think we're going to wrap up, everyone. So,
join us again next week. Thank
everyone.
you so much, everybody. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a great one. Take care, everyone. Stay safe.
Everyone. Later,
Stay safe
fellas.
and look after yourself.